Hello everyone, I am with AR Rajah Mohaideen, All India rank 7.
I gave my first attempt in 23, then my second attempt in 24. Unfortunately, I couldn't clear my prelims in those two attempts. Then I gave my third attempt of 2025. Here I gave my first mains and first interview and I could clear.
Your parents are both teachers.
Yeah.
What big role did they play in your civil services journey?
I personally feel that the goal or the reason or the motive behind which you start preparation should be extremely clear. So for the prelims, basically, the basic books have to be done.
Hello everyone, I am with AR Rajah Mohaideen, All India rank 7, CSE 2025. He's come all the way here to interact with us at Vajiram Ravi Institute in New Delhi. Welcome, Rajah.
Hi, sir.
Nice
How are
to
you, sir?
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir.
Shall we
Yes,
just-
sir. Yes, sir.
How do you feel now? Now you got into the
Sir,
IAS.
yes, sir.
How does it feel?
To be very honest, the feeling has not yet sunk in, sir. Because I always thought that I might be there in the list somewhere, but I didn't expect a top 10 rank. So I was extremely shocked when I got to hear the news 2 days before. But now it is slowly sinking in. So I will give it a few more days for it to sink in fully, sir. Yeah.
I think our viewers would like to hear your journey in the civil services. How did it begin?
Yes,
What
yes, sir.
inspired you?
Yeah, sure, sir. So I'm an MBBS graduate, sir. I did my MBBS from Government Kannur Medical College in Tamil Nadu itself. So I graduated in 2022, sir. So post that, I started preparation for civil services. So I gave my first attempt in 23, then my second attempt in 24. Unfortunately, I couldn't clear my prelims in those two attempts. Then I gave my third attempt of 2025. Here I gave my first mains and first interview and I could clear.
Oh, very good. In the very
Yes.
third attempt, you've been able to make it.
Yes, sir.
You said you're a doctor.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
you didn't want to pursue your career as a medical science officer, a doctor?
Yeah, doctor. Yes, sir. I always, when I was studying in school, I always wanted to get into medicine, and that's why I took the biology group in 11th and 12th as well. And I fortunately got into a good government college. But what happened was that during the internship, unfortunately, the pandemic happened, sir. And since I was also
2020.
working, yes, sir, 20. It was the second phase actually, so 21, 22. It was that year, yeah. So there, I was actually posted in the government hospital there. So I was working there as an intern. So I was able to see the ground level work that was being done by the civil servants over there.
The IAS officer?
Yes, sir. There was an IAS officer, Madhubalan, sir,
Okay.
who I would like to give an example where sanitation workers were not having proper N95 masks.
Okay.
So when we highlighted this point to him, he immediately brought it in. So I could see the ground level change that was being made. So I thought, okay, this is a job where I can serve a diverse amount of people as compared to being a doctor. So I thought, okay, let me give it a try. So in fact, post my graduation and internship in 22, while I was coming back to Chennai, I told my parents, when they were asking me, will you be doing post-graduation? During that journey, I told them, no, I'll be giving the UPSC. And they've also readily accepted it, sir. Yeah.
Your parents are both teachers.
Yeah.
What big role did they play in your civil services journey?
Yes, sir. Both my parents are working as principals currently in government colleges in Tamil Nadu. So they have always been a strength of moral support to me throughout this journey, sir. Apart from that, since both my parents are professors and teachers, they know what the examination or an examiner would demand. So whenever I write and send my paper to my father, even though he doesn't know the content of it, he will look at the presentation and then he will say, make sure that your presentation is a bit more better, because being examiners themselves, they would have examined thousands of papers.
Right.
So not UPSC examiners, obviously, some other college exams they would have evaluated, but they know the mindset of a professor, what they might expect. The handwriting should be neat, the presentation should be neat. So my father and mother, they have helped me a lot in those aspects, sir.
So they were your first guides?
Yes, sir. In a sense they are. And my father, he also is a part of the Teachers Association. And he does a lot of work for his fellow teachers as well, which goes away from the academic work. So this sense of service to his fraternity, that also inspired me, sir,
that's
to
very
serve
nice.
people. Yeah.
That's nice. So let's come to preparation.
Yes, sir.
So what would you tell a student who's beginning his preparation?
Yes, sir. Sir, first I would ask him to just be sure of the reason or the goal that he has set for himself for coming into the preparation, sir. Because I personally feel that the goal or the reason or the motive behind which you start preparation should be extremely clear.
Okay.
As I was telling you, my reason right now, that was the sole motive that was behind my preparation, and that helped me to sustain throughout this long journey. So I think only when the goal is clear, you will be able to sustain throughout a long journey, because even if you clear it in your first attempt, it is a 2-year journey, which is quite a long period of time. So it might take 3 or 4 years, as in my case. So be clear of your motive. That is the first thing that I would like to say. Then the second thing is to treat this as an examination itself and not to think of it as a huge exam or a lot of things are going around this exam. So they create such a big thing about it.
Hype about it.
Yeah, hype about it, exactly. So just look at it as an examination. So what does an exam have? A syllabus, it has PYQs, it has mock tests and the actual exam itself. So just these 4 things: sticking to the syllabus, having a good hold of the PYQs that have been asked by UPSC, doing a lot of mock tests both for prelims as well as mains, as well as for interview, giving a lot of mock interviews. Then obviously performing well on the D-Day. So all these 4 things, if they are done, then success is natural.
Any specific prelim strategy that you would tell them
Yes,
for
sir.
students who are going to prepare
Yeah.
prelims orientation?
Yes, sir. So for the prelims, basically, the basic books have to be done. So, and what I mean by the basic books, I mean that it should be a singular source is what I feel, sir. So have a singular source for all the subjects.
Okay.
People spend a lot of time thinking what source they should choose. Just spend a week max on deciding what source you will follow, but stick to it throughout your journey is what I would
Better
say.
to do one source many times than take multiple sources.
Yes, exactly. So just have one single source. I know that I am also an overthinker. So what I do is I also want to go behind sources. So what I do is I just for my mental, just to give myself a mental satisfaction, I buy a source, but I just keep it aside. I don't use it at all. So I just buy sources, but I just take a cursory glance of them and keep it aside. I stick to my one single source always. So just have a single source and then stick to it. That is the primary thing for prelims. Then the secondary thing is the PYQ, sir. Like what I didn't do in my past 2 attempts that I did in my 3rd attempt, which is the only prelims that I cleared,
Right.
is that I did extensively PYQs. In fact, I went as back as 1993. I took,
93, okay.
yeah,
All of them you did.
all the
Very good,
PYQs
very
of the
good.
prelims I did it, sir. So these 2 things are the major ones for prelims, yeah.
Were you benefited by some of the mock tests that we were able to give it to you?
Yes,
You
sir.
attend
Yes,
our
sir.
mock tests?
Yes, sir. For I didn't take a test series per se, but I took the All India Open mock tests that Vajiram conducts, sir, in all these 3 years. So I still remember in my first attempt in 2023 when I was preparing in Chennai, there was the Vajiram office in Nungambakam. So from Anna Nagar, a group of 5 of us, we went there and we took the open mock test. Because the major thing that my friends, I was new to the prep in 23. The first thing that they told me that open mock tests, Vajiram is the best over there. So we have to give one there for sure. So I went and we gave it over there, sir. And I have done it in these two attempts.
All the
as well.
attempts, sir.
All the attempts, sir.
How important do you think this time between prelims and mains are? Those 2.5 months, 3 months. What strategies did you follow during this crucial time?
Yes, sir. Sir, I think of prelims just as an entry ticket to write the actual exam, which is mains.
Yeah.
So mains is the one that is going to give us the rank as well. So to be very honest, this was my first mains. So I had not properly scheduled the time period between pre and mains. But what helped in my factor was that I had done extensive answer writing before even before that, sir. Like, for example, when I couldn't clear prelims of 24, the period between prelims 2024 and December, I focused exclusively on mains answer writing, sir. So what I did during this year's prelims between those 3 months in between prelims and mains was that I just wrote FLTs, full length tests. I just wrote them and they proved to be very helpful for me, sir. Yeah.
How did you attempt essay? for the main exam? Did you prepare prior or did you
Yes,
take
sir.
it up in between around this time?
Sir, essay was something that I was actually very good at from school, because we had a very good English teacher at my school also. I studied at DAV, sir. So we used to write a lot of composition there. That for sure helped me. Obviously, during my medical, I have not written any essays at all. But during my school times, I've written a lot of essays. So those helped me. But for someone who is starting new, I would suggest that they keep writing a lot.
Yeah.
People focus a lot on the content part, collecting quotes, collecting information, or collecting data points that they can use, collecting anecdotes they can use, but they don't focus on the actual writing part. Because what many people have said is that English professors correct the essay paper. So having a flair for the language, reading the newspaper regularly, improving your vocabulary, improving the flow in which you're writing. So someone who's new to writing can not start from essay itself. They can start just writing a page about their day in life. They can write a diary. They can maintain a diary themselves, so that they get you habituated to the English language and habituated to writing. So basically to put your thoughts in a flow. So that is much necessary for an essay.
I think with these points, there are many people who have this ambition to take this exam right from school.
Okay,
Even
sir.
if the child might not have, there are parents who really want their children to be inspired by people like you and
Yes,
take the
sir.
civil services ultimately.
Yes, sir.
Right? What small things that can you tell a school-going student or
Okay.
a student who has just gone into college?
Yes,
that
yes,
some
yes.
of the habits that they can inculcate.
So the first thing would be newspaper reading, because I do remember in school there used to be the Hindu's copy of I'm forgetting the name, but
Young
there
World.
used to be
Young World.
Young World, exactly.
Yeah.
And they used to give me a free copy at school itself. So we started reading that, and we used to solve Sudoku in the paper. So having a grasp of reading the newspaper, getting the feel of reading a newspaper, I think that is very necessary for the exam, because generally when I say that we have to read newspaper, people start thinking about making notes and all. But it's not about making notes for the exam. It's just about increasing your lateral knowledge and your general knowledge, so that it will help you in any stage of the exam. So reading newspaper, I would suggest. I would also suggest not to think much about the exam at a very young stage, just to have a basic understanding of the syllabus maybe, but that also I would not be suggesting. So just read the newspaper, decide on the medium of language which you will be giving it in. If you decide that you will be giving it in English rather than your mother tongue, then work a bit on your language skills as well. So these two things would be the only things that I would say, sir. Yeah.
And along with that, like you said, the clarity of your ambition is also equally important.
Exactly. Like we should not be doing it for our parents' sake or for anyone else's sake. If you're doing it for anyone else's sake, then find out the reason why you want to do it. So that will help you in sustaining throughout the journey. Yeah.
This last phase of yours, your very first interview.
Yes, sir.
So how did you prepare for this interview?
Sir, yes, sir. So primarily, what I took guidance from my seniors who have already given a lot of interviews. So I asked them what to do. So they asked me about. They told me about DAF analysis, sir. So for DAF analysis, actually, that was the first time that I'm coming to Karol Bagh. I was staying in Jamia, so I came to Karol Bagh for the first time for DAF analysis. So I came to our office, Vajiram office, because one of my friends, Abuzar, who also got the rank this time, so he told us, we were a group of 3 people, he told us that we have to go to Vajiram and meet Simajit sir for getting our DAFs analyzed, because he is extremely good at doing it. So 3 of us, me, Navneet Kaur and Abuzar, all 3 of us, we came. And then we got a DAF analyzed on the same day itself.
Right.
I still remember that sir gave half an hour for each of us. We came at around 3, then first I did, then Abuzar did, then Navneet Kaur did. And all of us were getting half an hour each of his time. And then he went in depth into our DAF. He he marked out all the sections in my DAF. And then he told me what questions can be asked also. For example, I'm from a medical science background. So he told me to prepare on COVID. He told me to prepare on the new diseases, new vaccines that are coming up. So that helped us all a lot, and all three of us cleared this year. So it was very helpful, sir. And obviously another thing which is there for interviews, the mock interview part, where we have to give a lot of mock interviews. And in while giving mock interviews also, I think the most important part is the post interview analysis that you have to do, sir. So in that aspect, when I gave my mock interview here at Vajiram, immediately post my mock interview, I had a session with Ajay sir, who had actually who was watching it live, my mock interview. I didn't know that he would be watching it live, so he was actually watching my mock interview live. So immediately when I came out, Ajay sir met me, and then I had another session with him post my mock also. So pre-DAF analysis is also important, and then giving a lot of mock interviews is important. Then having a post-mock interview discussion is also very important, sir.
I'm very glad that your entire journey is going to be of great inspiration to students.
Yes, sir.
And the forthcoming students will benefit from your talk.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I
Thank
wish
you
you
so
all
much,
the best.
sir.
And
Yes,
very
sir.
great career in this.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
Pleasure is mine. Thank you.